we are going to enter El Campeon in a powerlifting competition. PR lifestyle is more than just hitting a PR in the squat, bench, or deadlift. It's about being the best version of yourself, always improving.
Come on, somebody out there sitting working harder than you. Somebody going outwork you. Somebody outwork you right now.
You versus you. Welcome back to the channel, guys. We are here at One Gen Gym in Claremont, California with El Campeon. Welcome back to the gym.
Muchas gracias, amigo Larry, gracias.
Yes, sir. It's good to have you back.
Gracias a ustedes, pues, gracias a Dios y pues a ustedes que me permitió pues estar aquí nuevamente con mi amigo Larry. Y pues, thank you, mi amigo Larry. God bless you, Evan. Y estoy feliz de estar aquí nuevamente. Y un saludo muy especial para todos, de todo corazón.
So I think El Campeon has tremendous potential in powerlifting. The passion is most certainly there, and I think his energy is contagious. It's almost giving me the itch to want to get back into powerlifting myself. So I'm happy to spend time with him. And I'm even more happy and excited to teach him today how to squat. I've been powerlifting for over a decade at the highest level, and I believe I have a lot that I can teach him. And if he's willing, I think we could take it pretty far because we are going to enter El Campeon in a powerlifting competition. So first, I'm gonna demonstrate how I want you to do it, then I'm gonna watch you and help you break down the form cues.
Muy bien, amigo. Muy bien.
Okay. So, first step. Is bar placement right on top of the rear delt.
Okay.
So you don't want to go here because here, this is a high bar squat and you're going to be weaker in this position. When you're powerlifting, the goal is to lift as much weight as possible. We're not trying to get a sick quad pump here. We're trying to move some heavy ass weight. So we're gonna move the bar down here on top of the rear delt. And then when unracking it, be cautious not to stand straight up like this, because then the bar is gonna slide down your back, okay?
Okay.
So you want to keep your back in this position throughout the entire squat, meaning when you unrack the bar, you're unracking it using your legs only. You're not moving your back and trying to stand straight up. The rack is set low, so that when I'm done with it, he can easily jump in right after me. I didn't realize how low it was though.
Okay.
Okay? And then the other thing is foot placement. Want to have the feet a little bit wider than shoulder width. So I'm gonna pause there. I don't wanna overwhelm him with too much information all at once. So I wanna see how much he digested from the very beginning. So now I want you to try and replicate what I just did. Yes. And he can even go a little wider, like wider than his shoulders with his feet.
Más anchos así.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. Perfect. That's good. That's good. Yep.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah, that's really good. All right.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Well,
Okay. Yeah. Oh, he's okay.
medida.
Perfect. And is it too low, or is it? Can we go a little higher?
No, está bien así a practicar.
The height's good.
Perfect.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. So now I'm going to take it to the next step. Now that we understand bar placement on top of the rear delt, foot placement, back positioning, now we can unrack it and actually do the squat. So when unracking it, I want you to just stand straight up, let the weight settle, and then take 3 steps to adjust yourself backwards. So from the top, it's unrack, let the weight settle, 1 step back, 2, and then an adjustment step.
Ok.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah. And then one more step to a little bit wider.
Va. Es perfect right here. Es perfecto, amigo Larry.
You can go a little more wide. Yeah, yes.
Ok.
Yes.
Ok.
Okay, and then pause. Let's rack it and take it from the top. Tell him try to do the walkout only 3 steps, like 1, 2, and then an adjustment step.
Ok. Ok.
Okay, that was better, but one more time, and now a small step backwards. His step now when he unracks it is too big. Yeah. Ah, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
Ok.
That's perfect. That's good. This is so satisfying.
Sí.
Very
Ok.
good.
Ok, mi amigo Larry.
Perfect. Now he understands bar positioning right on top of the rear delt, unracking it with keeping his back position neutral. He got the walkout down with 3 steps. And why I mentioned 3 steps is because you want your setup to stay the same no matter how much weight's on the bar, right? What that's going to do is it's going to allow you to perfect the movement, right? So when it helps you build confidence. So when you go to competition, everything feels very familiar because you've been practicing it over and over again. So those 3 steps are going to feel very comfortable in due time with some practice. So in a nutshell, we want his form with just the barbell to look the same when he's in competition with his max weight.
Sea poquito, mucho, pero igual. Ok, muy perfecto.
Perfect. So now we can go to the next phase, and that's going to be the actual squat. But before I show anything with the barbell, I want to try and teach him how to hinge from the hips, right? So a powerlifting style squat starts from the hips, right? And the way I found it easiest to learn is by pushing my butt all the way back, right? And that cue will allow you to get into optimal positioning for a low bar squat. If you start the squat with the knees, right, it's not going to allow you to lift as much as you possibly can. But if you hinge from the hips, you're going to be in a much stronger position than when you start the lift from the knees, right? Mm-hmm. So if you stand side by side with me on this side, mm-hmm. we can go through it together, right? From the hips, just push the butt back. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. So push your butt all the way back.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Let's do it one more time. But this time, it should be very little bend in the knee, right? So that if you're bending from the knees, it's not going to, let me take it from the top. When you start the movement, I want you to think about pushing your butt all the way back, like this. From the top, and this time, try not to bend the knees, just by pushing his hips back. Yes, there it is.
Okay.
Yeah, one more time. Yes.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Yes, exactly. And keep going all the way back. So keep going all the way back, all the way back. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Let's do it again from the top.
Siente eso para abajo.
Yes. Yes, yes. A little more low.
Más bajo.
Little more. Yeah, there it is. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay.
Así se tiene que bajar uno hasta abajo. Hasta abajo.
Yes. So it's going to feel a little awkward and uncomfortable if you haven't been squatting this way. If you learned to squat like many of us did, I learned to squat this way myself, which is high bar squat. It feels very uncomfortable to squat low bar style. Try doing it with your hands here. Imagine there's a barbell in your hands, right?
La barra, ok.
Yep. And a little more low.
Okay.
More low. Yeah. Okay. And so if you're having trouble hitting proper depth in the squat, what's likely happening is you're not opening your knees. So you're gonna bottom out here. But to get that extra couple inches, you have to open your knees up and it'll allow you to sit a couple inches deeper. Can he open his knees a bit more? Well, not his feet, but just the knees. So I'll demonstrate.
Okay.
So right now, he's squatting here and he's getting stuck. So to get a little lower, he has to open up the knees.
Open.
That'll allow him to get a little deeper,
Okay.
right? So right now, this is how you're squatting, and we need you to go here,
Oh.
so you can sit lower.
Okay.
Yeah. Try bringing your feet a little closer.
Ok, en dirección de aquí hacia allá.
And open his knees. Maybe if it's okay, I touch. Like, yes, yeah,
Sí, sí, no, no, sí.
yeah. And a little lower. Okay, come up. And now do one full rep from top to bottom and back up again. Okay, now let's try with the barbell, and I'm going to say up when he's reached enough depth. So have him wait for my command. So he's gonna keep going lower, 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 and then I'll say up, and it'll come up.
When la suba es low o
Go slowly. So slowly, okay, and then when I see that you're low enough, I'll say up,
okay, entonces,
and then you
Okay.
come up.
okay.
Okay, good. Up. Yep. Down. Up. Okay. One more. Up. Okay, good. Let's rack it. All right, great.
Sí, okay.
That's looking good. That's looking good already. That's a great place to be day one, learning low bar squats. So to get to that next level, practice, right? So he's gonna hit more depth as we add weight, and it's going to make it easier when he has 1 or 2 plates on the bar to get in the hole. Ultimately, we want him to be able to hit full depth without having to have the bar loaded. I know he's gonna be able to get down there with 1 or 2 plates on the bar, considering how good he's squatting without any weight besides the barbell. So that's a really good sign. So now let's add 1 plate and a belt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ahí va mi amigo.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's just do 5 reps here.
First, okay.
Okay.
Sí. Okay, bye.
And I'm going to, so squat, and when you go low enough, I'm gonna tell you when to come up. I'm gonna say
me
up.
dice- Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Ahí va mi amigo.
let's see it. Yep. Yes. Perfect. Really good. Okay. Up. Yes. Perfect. Down. Up. Perfect. Yes. Down. Up. Perfect. Yes. Down. Up. Perfect. Yes. One more. Down. Up. Perfect. Racket. All right. Wow, those were damn near textbook reps. That was so good.
Thank you, mi amigo
That
Larry.
was nearly textbook form. That looked better with weight on than without weight. That was great.
Okay.
Really good. So,
Sí, vamos. Gracias, thank you, mi amigo
of course, my pleasure. And I want to talk a little bit more about the hip hinge because that's the most important part of a squat and a deadlift, right? The hip hinge is the most important part of the movement with the squat and deadlift. So whether you're squatting, you're hinging from the hips. If you're deadlifting, right, you're hinging from the hips, right? It's the same movement. So the more practice you get with hinging from the hips and not bending at the knee to start the movement, the more strong you're going to feel. Because when you hinge from the hips, you're much stronger than doing squats the way you were doing before, with the bar higher in your traps and with you starting the movement by bending at the knee. The quicker he's able to unrack the weight, walk out and get into position and start the movement, the better, right? So when he's in competition, he's gonna get a command, right? They're gonna wait until the weight's settled and stops moving on his back and say, squat, and he's gonna have to squat on command. We don't wanna rush that process, but we want to do it as quickly as we can under control. Because every second you spend trying to get your foot placement and get the bar to stop moving, the weight to stop moving, is going to be costing you energy and fatiguing you, right? So the quicker you can get into position, the quicker the judge will say squat, right? And the less time you have under tension, the stronger you'll be. He understands now hinging from the hips to start the movement, right? But when he gets here at the bottom position, it's a hip thrust, right? To come up. So I don't like to think about like pushing the earth away from me or doing a leg press or lifting with my back to get the bar up. Everything comes together if you think about when you're at the bottom position, just bringing your hips forward.
Y mirar así para arriba, ¿no? Y mirar.
Where does he face? Up, down?
That's a good question. So you want your head to be in a neutral position, right? You don't want your head to do this, and you don't want to look straight down either. You want to keep your head in a neutral position and keep your eyes forward on the floor in front of you. So if you watch my head and my eyes, you'll see it doesn't move the whole movement. It just stays fixed.
Okay.
You know, to start the movement, it's hinge at the hips, right? And then you just bring in the hips forward, right?
Okay, para afuera.
To finish the lift. Everything's gonna come together when you think about just hips back and then hips forward.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. Uh-huh.
Bien macizo.
Yes.
Ok, ahora, ahí, de nuevo, again. De nuevo. Así.
Yeah.
Así, para afuera.
Yes, right, exactly. Yes, so let's do one more set, right? Just to dial everything in. But so far it's looking great. So one more set of 5 reps.
Okay.
Hey guys, I'd like to introduce you to the most innovative piece of home gym equipment ever. This is the Ant Machine. Right now, I have it set up to do a bicep curl. This is the T-bar attachment. It's set to level 1, and I know what attachment to use and where to set the machine because here in the Bluetooth connected app, it tells me everything I need to know. So according to the app, I need to use the T-bar accessory, have the arm position at level 1, and if you're a beginner, it tells you exactly how to do it and what the benefits are. There's even a handy video here. So if I hit start, all right, it automatically adjusted to 46 pounds. And it's even counting my reps for me. We get a shot there nice and tight. You'll see every time I do a rep, it goes up. So it's tracking my reps as I do it. And the best way to use the machine is to match the tempo of the video. A lot of reps. Okay. All right. I'm tapping out. So, right now for that set, it was set to fixed. And if I tap, it's gonna go to band, which will feel like a band. And if I go to amplify, it's going to add resistance to the eccentric portion of the movement. We go back here to the app, it's even counting the amount of recovery time you need between your sets. And if you're ready before then, maybe you're in great shape, you hit new set, and boom, we're back at it. I have partnered with AMP, and if you'd like to work with me and use the programs that I designed using the attachments and the technology within the app, you can work with me right here in the AMP app. Based on the information you give the app, it will AI generate a workout for you on demand. This beautiful machine deserves to be in every home, and you can reserve yours today for only $17.95. If you guys are wondering why some people, after they lift, pass out, it's because they're drawing air into their chest, not their diaphragm, and they're holding it there, and then that will lead to them going unconscious when the lift is done. In all my years of lifting, because I was fortunate to learn proper technique and breathing from a good coach, shout out John Gaglione, it never happened to me. But if you're breathing in your chest, holding that and then lifting under maximal load, you've seen, I'm sure everyone here has seen videos of guys losing consciousness, passing out, falling down. That's why they're not breathing in their diaphragm and bracing properly.
When me pongo todo esto, me voy, exploto y me lo tengo que quitar pronto. Pronto me lo tengo que quitar porque sí me mareo. Por eso me quito los cintos y todo pronto.
Yes, and that could be avoided by him learning the proper breathe and bracing the diaphragm technique. It'll never happen. Okay, so on squats and deadlifts, the belt is gonna be your best friend. What the belt does is it creates stability. And the more stability you have, the stronger you'll be, the more you'll lift. So I can tell when you use your belt, it's too tight. And if the belt is too tight, you won't be able to effectively draw air into your diaphragm and brace. And when you brace properly, what you're doing is you're pushing your stomach while squeezing your core into the belt, and it's gonna hook your back and create stability. So if it's too tight, I can demonstrate with his belt. So when it's too tight, like right now, it's extremely tight. I can't effectively draw air into my diaphragm, right? So what happens is my chest rises, right? And I'm not able to brace properly. If your chest is rising when you're trying to breathe into your diaphragm, you're not doing it properly. This is the improper way, and then this is the proper way. Right, you're bringing all the air into your stomach, right? Like, you should feel your stomach expand. Yes, just like that. Yep.
Se expanda, okay. Okay.
Yeah, and then try and have the belt just a little bit looser so that when you're trying to breathe into your diaphragm, it's not restricting you from doing it. Now let's try one with the belt on, because this proper bracing is super important to get the most out of your belt. And this one's from purelifestyle.com. Yeah.
It's fine.
It's okay?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now let's try and breathe in the stomach. Now take a big air as much as you can into your diaphragm and brace as much air as you can. And I'm just gonna have my hands here, right? And I'm gonna tap him if his shoulders and chest are rising. Now when he takes a big air, hold it and squeeze his abs. One more time. Into the stomach. Yes, there it is, there it is. Yep, one more time. Yep, again. And brace. So that's perfect. So when all the air is in the stomach, he needs to squeeze his abs as hard as he can the whole time during the set, because that's going to create stability.
Okay.
Okay, and he needs to brace. So when the air is here, squeeze. Or have him hold his hand here, and maybe he'll learn that way if I do it.
Dice que trate de mantener su propia mano en su panza y que usted sienta que el pecho no se mueva para arriba, que solo la panza, cuando lo aprieta, cuando el aire entra a su panza, apriete fuerte.
And he can hold my stomach to feel what I'm explaining. If he puts his hand on my stomach,
Oh, dice
Yeah.
que ponga su mano en su panza para que
okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then you brace and hold that before anything. So when he approaches the bar, right? He's down here, about to unrack it.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to breathe and brace before you unrack, and then you're gonna walk out. And then when you're settled and adjusted, you're gonna breathe in and brace again, and then squat and hold. Before he unracks the bar, he's gonna breathe in his diaphragm and brace. So,
Okay.
okay? So a breathe and brace for the unrack, walk out, settle, and then breathe and brace again. So guys, I am launching the One Gen Gym training and nutrition app on Black Friday. If you want more information, click the link down below. There will be custom training plans, nutrition plans, and live calls with me and my partner, Ryan Benson. Okay, up. Let's rack it. So when the brace is done properly, the weight on his back is going to feel significantly lighter, right? What that brace is doing is preparing his body for a big lift, right? And if it's done improperly, it just won't feel right. So just now I saw his chest rose a lot, meaning the air wasn't in his diaphragm. So if he practices one more time, just the unrack without the walkout, I wanna make sure he gets that part right, because he can lift significantly more weight if he gets the brace down today. Out here, all right. He can, watch me from this side, right? So, we don't want the chest to rise, which means we don't want that. We want just the stomach to be filled with air and push out against the belt, like so. See how my chest and shoulders don't rise?
Dice, mira como sus hombros y su pecho no sube para nada, y
Ajá.
que solo su panza sube.
Because now he's going,
Dice así, así lo hace.
Okay.
now let's try. Breathe and brace, squeeze.
Que lo haga y luego apriete y manténgalo ahí.
So that was better. When his stomach is full of air, that's when he needs to brace.
Dice que eso era mucho mejor, pero cuando su panza está llena de aire, es entonces cuando apriete.
Brace. That was better, but I felt the air leave, right? So we want the stomach to, and then brace, okay? Okay, again. That was good. That was good. We can roll with that. Yeah.
Dice que eso era mucho mejor, que le gustó.
Yeah, that was better. Okay, and then he may feel a better connection when there's a belt on, right? When there's a belt on, it's sometimes easier for people to learn because they can feel the belt getting tighter.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so let's have him do the weight again, just the unrack, because I want him to get down the brace part, and then we can go do a full set again. Percent. Okay. Oh, let's start from the rack. So,
El estómago es el que me falta practicar more.
yes.
Practicar more.
Yeah, 100%. When he's at home, it will be good if he practices that, just sitting down in the bathroom, in the kitchen. The more comfortable he gets doing that, it'll be easier doing it under load, right? So if you guys notice, when he walks out the bar, I'll demonstrate what happens when you don't breathe in your diaphragm and brace.
Dice, le va a mirar si no lo haces bien con la panza.
Right? The bar starts to move around, right?
La barra empieza a moverse.
See how it's moving? But when you breathe and brace, it stops moving, and when the bar is not moving, it's going to be easier for you to lift it.
Dice, pero cuando aprieta bien, todo se hace estático y es más fácil hacer el ejercicio.
Right? So back to what I was talking about before with breathing, bracing, and how it helps increase your stability. The less that bar is moving around, the easier it's going to be for you to handle it and lift it. If that bar is moving and shaking, right, and you're not rock solid because of your brace, it's going to be harder for you to lift it.
Sí, porque, o sea, when levanto, aprieto everything. Y cuando ya dices no more, entonces relax. Ya, ¿me entiendes? Estoy tranquilo, relax.
He says when he lifts the bar, he hardens everything. He clinches everything. His whole body.
His whole body? Well, I could see he's tensing up, but the most important area he needs to brace is gonna be here, right? It's gonna allow him to get more stability, and he's gonna feel much stronger when he does the brace properly. But right now, I'm not seeing that connection just yet.
Muy bien.
But what I am seeing is his back positioning is good, right? His bar positioning is good, right on top of his rear delt. When he walks out the bar, he's only taking 3 or 4 steps, which is great for his first day. He's hinging from the hips. He's not bending at the knee to start the movement, which is great. So he's learning the movement pattern fast and only on his first day, which is beautiful, right? So once he ties in the breathe and brace in his diaphragm, it's going to transform his squat and maximize his potential. Yeah.
Cuando esté en el gimnasio, voy a trabajar puro así como estamos trabajando ahorita. Me voy a aferrar reps. Ya no voy a tratar de hacer por lo pronto lo que hacía, sí, pero ahorita me voy a enfocar más en lo que él en lo que yo me está diciendo.
Oh,
Sí,
I'd love to see that.
More.
Yes.
Más. Ya va a ser diferente my work, mi trabajo.
Because with this technique, he'll be able to do more than what he used to do.
Ojalá.
Yes.
Primeramente Dios y bien fuerte. Sí, primeramente Dios.
100%. And we can end it there for this squat tutorial. I think I've given him plenty of information, and I think that's a lot to digest for one day. So thank you so much for coming today and being willing to learn. Everyone, including myself, is very excited to see what you're capable of in a competition.
Thank you, mi amigo Larry. God bless mi amigo.
Thank you so much.
Campeón.
All right, guys, we have over half a dozen products launching for the first time on Black Friday, and I cannot wait to reveal them. We are going to be live on Amazon and on the purelifestyle.com website. Everything is slashed down as much as 30-40+%. Please click the link down below to learn more and do not miss out.